All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Good Morning Meeting. Today, we're going to talk to Tate Brune. He is massively having a breakout year. Was a rookie last year who switched in the middle of the summer from his previous company. And right now, he's at over 360K, and it's June 17th. So there's a ton that we can learn from one of the best sophomores in the company, what's working, what's not. So without further ado, let's FaceTime Tate in. All right, Tate, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, dude, third time's the charm. Well, Tate, dude, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for being on. To give people a little bit of a background, dude, you switched over last year from another company, middle of the summer. What did you end up finishing at last year?
Right around, I think it was like 175K.
Is
So
that
it was like
total?
200 accounts.
Total between both
Yeah.
companies? Okay. And then
You're
this
insane.
year, it's June 17th. You're at over 360K. Dude, I did a little bit of digging, right? So I asked some people, guys, why is Tate, like, he's the number 9 rep in the company as a sophomore? Like, what is different? And a common trend that I heard that I'd love to dive into, if you're okay with it, is people kept saying,
Yeah.
dude, the way Tate views himself is just fundamentally different. And because the way he views himself is different, he's having dramatically different results. Dude, do you feel like that's true?
Yes.
So,
I think that's one of the big things I put into play this year.
so walk us through that, dude, because
Um,
I think so many people, that's what they struggle with, is how they view themselves. How did you view
mhm.
yourself last year? And specifically, how has that changed this year?
And to put it into just like fine aspects is I viewed myself as a rookie last year. Um, so it was like, I mean, the way anyone looks at a rookie is like, I mean, like don't bagel, like 1 to 2 average, like getting better, ramping. And I was looking at that, I was like, okay, consistent numbers. And I got done with the summer, and I like looked back on it, and I was like, okay, did I push myself to the hardest? Like, did I go the numbers I wanted to? Did I get to the places I needed to be? And I looked back on it, and I was like, in reality, no. So I was like, what has to change? With the way I think about myself and the way I go about things. And so, in order to do that, I was like, okay, if everyone else is doing these numbers and like I'm looking in the industry, there's other people doing it my level, my age. Why can't I do it? And why am I not doing it? And it just came down to changing my intention and intensity to being just okay with average to being great. So it's like on a day to day basis, I'm not thinking, oh, I need to go out. It's like, no, I want to PR every day. It's like I wake up in the morning. It's like, okay, well, we're PRing today. It's like today's going to be a big day. It's like I'm going to lead from the front always, and like my work ethic is not going to change. And I think that's like what's helping me like stay consistent a lot.
I love it, dude. And everyone's been kind of
Yeah,
saying, like, dude, last year, again, you viewed yourself as a rookie, and so you were a rookie, right? Where I've heard a
yeah,
lot that this year you view yourself as the guy who is pace setting for the team, which is really
yeah.
rare. Like, it's not very often that you have a sophomore, someone who's their second year in the industry, who says, hey, I'm going to go out and be the pace setter. Um, Dude, what's been working for you beyond that? So again, the first thing is you've changed the way you viewed yourself. You know, you don't view yourself as a
Hmm.
sophomore. You view yourself as the pace setter, the guy who's going to PR every day, the guy who's leading from the front. Dude, what have been the other
Hmm.
things? Because, dude, I'm telling you this, Tate, whether you know it or not, so many people are seeing the results that you're having and they want to have the same thing. So help us understand how to bridge that gap. What are the other things that you're doing that's helping you? Just, dude, you are on a tear right now.
Yeah. So I also think one thing that has to come with it too, um, is I'm knocking a lot of doors. Tyson,
Mm.
Noah, Brock, you can get them to pull up my stats. I mean, I think I'm knocking more doors than maybe anyone on the team. Like if not more, maybe even double. Like I'm putting in the hours, and it's paying off. So I think that has a lot of things to do with it. Like people who aren't getting the results they want. Um, a lot of them are in the 20 to 25, 30 DM range per day. I'm going 50 to 100 if I have to. 200 doors, 300 doors daily. And it's like I'm going those levels because I know if I do that, I don't have to be the best sales rep, but I'll find those buyers and I'll go to the lengths with them and I'll collect what's mine, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, dude, it makes me think of a quote. Don't quote me on this quote, but I'm pretty sure it's Will Smith, and he says, "If you and me get on a treadmill, And the goal is to, like,
Mhm.
whoever the person who loses is the person who gets off the treadmill first. He goes, "I will die on that treadmill before I get off."
Mhm.
And it makes me
Yeah.
think of that, dude. It's like you're saying, like, dude, you probably are one of the best reps in the industry, but even if you weren't, it doesn't matter because no one's gonna outwork you. And so it is
Yeah.
no surprise to me that you're having the results that you're having. And you also say, dude, it's not that I'm just getting lucky or that I'm just insanely good and it's like I knock 4 doors and get 4 sales. You're saying, no, I am knocking more doors than anyone else. I'm working harder than anyone else. And so it doesn't matter almost the skill level because your work ethic is gonna even it all out. And dude, that's something
Yeah.
I resonate with because I believe there was a lot of people when I knocked that were more talented than me, but I can't control
Mhm.
the natural talent that I have. Again, I can increase
Exactly.
my talent through hard work and training, but what I could do is
Mhm.
I could 100% control my work ethic, and so that was one of my mantras is nobody outworks me. Because I know if
Yeah.
I outwork
Mhm.
everyone, like, at some point, it's gonna catch up, and so, dude, that's awesome. Dude, what
Yeah.
else? What are some of the other things that have just clicked for you this year? Because, again, you're more than double what you did all last year in, like, the first 2
Yeah.
months. So what are
Mhm.
some of those other, like,
I
light bulbs or clicks?
I've gotten really good at upselling. So mosquitoes, Brock. Shout out to Brock on that one. He's been helping me out a lot with that. My mosquito ratio has gotten up tremendously, so it's making my ACV go up a lot. Um, and I think one thing that's just like truly special, not just anything with like what's going right in my selling, is the group that we have out here. Like we just have this group in Eugene right now. Like we have our obviously our big Portland group, but we're down here in Eugene with this little special like Bama group. It's just a group of like 18 of us. And it's you can just tell the energy like is there and it's just pushing me harder to like show these guys that it's possible. Like we have Jakai Mullen, never done something like this in his life, and he's already over 100K on the summer as a rookie. Like Zach Henson, 150K rookie. Colin Campbell just hit 300K sophomore. Like it's special, and Noah's leading us in the right way, and I think that's what's been firing me up the most.
Well, dude, let's dive into that because again, we hear people say things like that, like, "Oh, dude, I'm with a special group. Guys are selling well."
Hmm.
Dude, everyone hears that and goes, "Dude, how can I create a special group?" What
Yeah.
are the things like try to put into words, what about it is special? Is it the meetings? Is it the way you talk about things? Is it the trainings? Like what is actually making it special so people can get a better understanding of what that means?
I think it's from top to finish. Everyone's just so bought in, like just in general. Like
And bought
you
into
have all
bought
the
into
like,
and really quick, bought into what?
just being great, like not being average, like knowing that like like if you like that we can be the best. And I mean like just like showing people that there is a light to the end of the tunnel, and like just like everyone coming together as a group and all doing it at once. And like just like it's so special because like just from me and like where everyone like all else heroes came from, like none of us really knew what door to door was before we started the job. And like we're pulling guys out of who have never done anything like this in their life, and they're growing as just like human beings, and it's just really dope to see. And just like I think like that's one thing that like everyone's been noticing, and that's what's been actually helping us. Like from like start to finish, everyone in the group has realized like, okay, this is special. We're gonna take a little bit of extra time together and like all come together as one and like figure it out. And I think when everyone realized that, that's like when it started really getting special.
Well, dude, and something I've noticed as an outsider, right, is it seems like you guys do a lot of stuff together as a team. Like I've
Oh
noticed some
yeah.
stuff where Noah's standing on a car. I've noticed some like bridge jumping, fire. Like,
Oh
what are
yeah.
some of the things? Because I think, you think about some of the greatest teams in history, not just in pest
Yeah.
control, just in like sports. A team, there's camaraderie, there's love, there's mutual respect, there's vision, there's a mutual goal. And it seems like you guys have created that in this door to door
Yeah.
team. What are some of the, like, the things that you guys have done that have helped draw you guys together?
I mean, we're in the Pacific Northwest, so you can do a lot out here if that makes sense. I mean, Noah brought us all together a couple weekends ago before Memorial Day, and we all went down to this river and had a fire, and we all kind of like wrote our whys and like what we want to get better on, and just like what we needed to do like to come together. And all of us threw the papers in the fire. And it was basically like, okay, now is the time. Like it's now we're going to look back on this and we're going to wish we did more. And so we did something like that, and that was really special. And I think that was a really big shift for the whole group. And that was the day before Memorial Day, Sunday night. So just stuff like that, just like creating energy with your group, um, just doing like special things that just like kind of like we always like to go on movie nights on Sunday, go out to the beaches, like just kind of do stuff together. So that way, like you realize it's not just door to door, like it's just a job, and like these people that you're with are super dope, and like it's like it teaches you a lot of life lessons along just like just working and pest control.
I love it, dude. Well, let's kind of wrap it up with a couple of other little things, and I think again, what so many people want to know is, dude, Tate, what are the other little things that you're doing that are helping you be great? Because you are great, dude. You're one of the best to do it. You're crushing it. You didn't wait for the success to happen. You went out and chased success at a young age. Your second year in the industry. Dude, what are some of the other light bulbs for you this year? Things that are working on the doors. Are you closing differently? Is your pitch different? Is it mindset? What are some of the other specific things that have helped you
I
have such
think
amazing success?
three things I think have been helping me out a lot. One, closing hard. If you're not closing, they're not just going to give you the deal. That's just a start. Like I think closing just big time over and over again, taking them yard. Uh, that's my go-to. Taking them yard and closing hard.
Take them
I've
yard,
been
close them
living with the
hard.
status. Yeah, I've been living with the status of plant corn, get corn. So just the law of the harvest. So it's like you reap what you sow. Like you put in the hours, you're gonna get what you come out. Like I guarantee if you go back and look at people's stats, like on a day-to-day basis, who are upset with the way they're not selling, they're having something going on with like the way they're working the hours throughout the day. Whether it's energy fatigue, mental fatigue, they're not doing the right pin systems, not riding the bandwagon right. It has something to do with along those lines. And then I just think my mindset has changed a lot. Like I tell myself maybe 10, 15 times a day, I will like I'm going for 1 million this year. So like I'm $1 million rep. Like I'm gonna persist until I succeed. Like I'm not stopping until I hit this goal. So I think like just that and like a lot more intention and intensity has just like been what's helping me out a lot. And just like showing everyone else around me it's possible, and just knowing there's not a better time than now.
I love it, dude. So, guys, let's just recap that really quick. So, first of all, for those of you that don't know what going yard is, essentially, when you're pitching a home, you only have 25% of the house that you're looking at, which is the front. Going yard
Yeah.
is taking that customer into the backyard, giving yourself way higher odds of selling them because now you have the other three walls of the home that you can inspect and look at and find bugs. And so, one of your mantras, it sounds like, is go yard and close hard. Get into the backyard and close them more often. So, if nothing else from this podcast, if you're not getting yard consistently, go yard more. You're going to have way more of a presentation board of the home to be able to sell people. Close more often. And then I think the other thing that is super applicable for everyone listening is, guys, do a personal audit. If you're not having the results that you're wanting, it's probably has something to do with the hours that you're putting in, your work ethic, and your intensity. And I think it's no surprise that Tate is really confident in the hours he's putting in, the doors he's knocking, the amount of people he's closing, and that has a direct correlation to the sales that he's having. And the other quote that I loved is, if I say it correctly, plant corn, get corn. Plant seeds,
Oh yeah.
get corn. Plant corn, get corn. And it sounds like that's something that's just
Wow,
working
the
for you.
harvest.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, guys, no surprise that Tate's having, the success he's having. The last thing I want to mention that he talked about is I want to just double down on this. When he's saying these self affirmations, he's not saying I'm going to be $1 million rep, because essentially what you're saying when you say that is I am not $1 million rep now. What I
Mhm.
heard you say is I am $1 million rep. You already are
Mhm.
that. And by telling yourself you already are that, you create a belief system and an identity that you're not waiting to be $1 million rep. You're $1 million rep all along the way. It's the whole concept of, guys, don't wait to sell $1 million to believe you're $1 million rep. Believe you're $1 million rep now, and that actually gives you a chance of becoming $1 million rep. So, dude, way stoked on your success, proud of what you're doing. Like I know we can all
I
say,
appreciate that.
dude, we know you're gonna sell $1 million. Because, dude, it's like, look at your mindset, look at the way you're talking, look at your inputs. Everything matches. The The stacking of undeniable evidence you're gonna do it is there. Now all you gotta do is show up and make it happen. So, dude, Tate,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you being on, dude. Appreciate the example that you're giving to the industry. And guys, if you want to have the results that Tate's having, you got to do what Tate's doing. And it's not complicated. He's working the hours. He's creating an identity around who he is and who he wants to be. And guys, like plant corn, get corn. It's that simple. So, guys, thank you and welcome. And we'll catch you next week on another episode of Good Morning Meeting. Tate, you're the man, dude.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. It was nice talking with you.
Nice talking to you, dude. We'll see you.